movies aren't the same, man. It's a shame to see where it's gone.
One person does something and you make a lot of money at it, everybody just jumps on the bandwagon. It's that way in everything. Why can't we be individuals?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, viral sensation here today, Retirement House. How's it going, guys?
Great.
Good.
Great.
I'm very excited. I feel like I could learn a lot from you guys. You know, I'm 27 years old. You guys have been through a lot. It's going to be exciting.
All these men in my life are 27 now.
Yeah.
Our producer, and then we have new people that come in. We have new assistants. They're all 27-year-old
Wow.
men.
How does that feel, being surrounded by all that young energy?
I like it. My grandchildren are about that age, though. So my grandson's 27, maybe 26.
Wow.
So I like that energy.
So you're about to be a great grandparent.
No.
You're not going to own that?
My granddaughter just got married. She's 20. She'll be 30 next month.
Okay.
And but she's really busy preparing for doing her thing. She's a producer for Red Bull.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
The one that gives you wings?
Yeah.
Well, Red Bull has separate companies that just do production. They do a lot of documentaries, and they do shows and movies and things, and they have those production companies at every one of their plants around the world. And as a matter of fact, right now she's on her way to Austria for a meeting of all the producers from Red Bull.
Wow. That's big time.
I think, I'm sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say, I think we, as older than our young counterparts, also have a lot of energy.
Okay.
When we shoot on Thursdays at the house, us and the rest of the retirement house, we're going, do a scene. Okay, I need you over here. Bing, bing.
Yeah.
We're keeping up with them. We went to New York City in the cold and walked right alongside them. Monterey's got a watch that says how many miles we walked.
Yeah.
4.8 miles.
Dang.
In the cold, in the wind.
That's impressive, guys.
And we kept
Congrats.
up with them.
5 miles in the cold. Yeah, New York City gets cold, man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm from Jersey. Where are you guys all from? I'd love to hear where you grew up and stuff.
Originally from a small town called Marblehead, Massachusetts. Birthplace of the American Navy, which is why I love history, American history.
Nice.
I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
And I've loved it there and still have my old Cleveland friends. And I've been in California now for over 55 years.
Dang. So you like Cali more then?
Oh, I'm a California girl.
California girl.
I was raised in Cleveland, but California girl all the way.
Can't beat that weather, man. What about you?
Alabama.
Ooh, what was that like?
Well, I don't want to talk about being the third child to a family of sharecroppers.
Okay, here we go. You're always gone. Okay.
No, I wouldn't, when all is said and done, I wouldn't trade it.
Wow.
I went through some hardships, but, it made me who I am.
Yeah.
And for that, it's a keeper.
Nice. What a great outlook, because you could have been resentful and you could have talked bad about it, but
Yeah, a lot to be resentful for, but, my mother kept a sharp eye on us and kept us balanced and used the Bible and Scripture. And, son, you're not supposed to do to them as they do to you. And she explained it in a way that,
yeah.
helped us.
Yeah, religion was big back when you guys were growing up, right? Now I feel like the younger generation's kind of, not as many people go to church, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just it's almost passé.
Yeah, and just even family values.
Yeah.
Back in those days, the family really meant
yeah.
something, and which is why I try to go back every couple of years to see my other family, not my retirement house, I'm real family.
Yeah.
Because I've been out here like probably over 55 years.
Wow.
It gets like that. I said, yeah, I've been out 50 years. Oh my God, I'm old. Came out after graduating high school, graduated from Leland Power School of Radio, TV, and Theater, 2 years in the Army, another year at home, and then out to California. And
Wow.
I wouldn't go back. I love back east, but I wouldn't go back in the winter. Unless we're going to go shipped
Unless
off.
you're interviewing Gary Vee, right?
Yeah, Gary Vee and all the we had
I was getting ready to
I think Jazzy and Dr.
Wait, Jay-Z
Mike.
you said?
Not Jay-Z. What was the girl's name? Wasn't it Jazzy?
Oh,
13.
Jay Easy.
Jay-Easy.
Jay
I can't think of all these.
J-Easy.
Yeah.
Not G-Easy, J-Easy.
Jay-Easy.
Okay.
She's a 13-year-old phenomenon.
Got it.
She was great. And Dr. Mike.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong name. You remember the father that brought his daughter?
Yeah.
Right.
Ah,
That's what I think. I thought it was Jazzy. Her name.
Hey,
was
you're close.
Jazzy.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
right. Okay, Jazzy's
Yeah.
her name.
Okay.
She's a
We'll edit
reporter.
this
She goes around the
and
world.
make
She's
you guys look
13 years old. Her father takes
luck.
care of her. Father makes sure she gets the education, doesn't get big-headed about it.
Nice.
And no, she was wonderful. And it's wonderful working with the young people when they talk about, oh, we're going to go see so-and-so, big on social media. And I'm like,
Yeah.
who is that? And then we'll say someone from our past. Oh, the great Barbara Streisand or someone. Who's that?
I
Oh.
bet we could give you a name and you wouldn't know who they
Yeah.
were.
I've heard of Barbara Streisand.
Okay. How about when I put the
Let's see. Do
wasn't
you know
these.
who Clark Gable is?
Clark Gable, no.
Well, give him something easy. Clark
Well,
Gable
how
is
could
different.
Clark Gable was the man of the century.
Man of the century. Whoa.
He,
That's quite a statement.
yes.
He's a man of a lifetime for us.
Gone with the
but-
Wind
Right.
movies
I haven't heard
and
of
her
that.
TV show, The
Gone with
Fonz.
the Wind.
Yeah.
And it amazed, and I don't think any of us realized it before we went into retirement house that our producers didn't know who our heroes were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of assumed that everybody would know who Tom Selleck is and people like that.
Yeah.
Haven't heard of that one.
You haven't?
No. Tom Selleck?
Yeah.
No.
He's still on the air.
Right.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Blue Bloods. Yeah, no, it's amazing how we'd say something. Oh, okay. And last night we went to Cirque du Soleil,
Yeah.
their celebration of the Beatles.
Okay. I've heard of the
And
Beatles.
You heard of the Beatles,
Yeah.
okay? Thank you. But I said to Brandon, to our creative assistant, that's music.
Yeah. For
Playing the
real.
Beatles songs and
The new music these days, I can't even listen to it, honestly.
thank you.
I don't like it.
But
It's a few
you mean
words.
the
and-
rap.
Yeah, the rap and the hip hop. Yeah. I listen to like 1990s, 2000 stuff. Yeah.
But I
Stuff I
think
grew up on.
Okay.
now some of the singers or artists are going to country music.
Yeah, country seems like it's coming up. Taylor Swift and
And-
stuff. Luke Bryan. I don't listen to country. I actually don't like country
I
music.
listen-
though. Do you?
Well, no, well, you know what? No, I have to take that back because when you're born in Alabama,
Yeah.
you have no artist on the radio that look like you. I mean, they would throw in a Fats Domino or a Chuck Berry, you know, but most of the music was country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alabama. Yeah, that's where it's born, right?
Yeah, and so
So you do like it?
Yeah, you'd start humming it. And when you're in the cotton fields and then whatever that work you're doing, you didn't have no car radios. You didn't have any cars, but you'd be humming it in the wagon or humming it when you're picking up corn or whatever you're doing, feeding the animals. You'd be humming, country music.
Interesting.
Oh, well, out here in Vegas, you got to know Elvis Presley.
I have heard of him.
Oh, yeah. That's me. Have heard of him. I'm sorry.
I couldn't name a song, but I've
No,
heard of
okay,
him.
no, he's, Viva Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. Okay.
It's his, but it's like, that's when I think the best music was in the 50s, in the 60s, and in the 70s. Disco came in okay, 80s, 90s, but they showed their great songs because they're still being sung sometimes.
Yeah,
And the Beatles
that's
are
true.
still being sung.
I still bump some Beatles stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, those are classics. What about movies? What era do you think were the best for movies?
From our day?
Yeah.
I love film noir, which is like black and white.
Really?
Oh yeah, detective stories in black and white
Well, I watch a lot of it, but I don't know that that's my favorite.
from the 50s.
I've seen
and
one of
then-
those, 12 Angry Men or whatever.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was one, but that not in black and white. Yes,
was
not
in black and
necessarily
white.
film noir.
Okay.
Film noir is more the suspenseful detectives and stuff.
Got it.
Today you've got superheroes.
I don't like
This
those.
was like this
It's
was
too
like
fake.
Thank you. This was like no fake, no graphics, no computer stuff, just real life people and what they go through. The detectives, the bad guys. And,
Yeah, when it's too unrelatable, I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Well,
You
speaking
don't
of-
like Superman?
Not really.
My cousin invented him.
Oh, then I do. Yeah, sign me up, front row.
Well, speaking of relatable, I think one of the most touching movies for me, and a lot of people laugh at me. They say it's so simple and so trite, was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Right.
one.
That was, Sidney Poitier.
I don't know her.
Anyway,
Oh, wow.
yeah, there were a lot of moments in there with Spencer Tracy
Katharine Hepburn.
and Katharine Hepburn and Sidney Poitier and Bea Richards.
Wait, you do know what it's about?
No, I never heard of this.
She brings home a man to introduce to her family who is black and she is white.
Okay.
And this guy, the family, owns the newspaper in San Francisco, right? So they're giving you letting you know that these are big time people,
Right.
and they raised their daughter. This is the thing that really is relatable to me. I was telling you about how my mother raised me.
Yeah.
Well, the way they raised their daughter, and when she brought it home to him and said, you know, as much as I'm paraphrasing, but you taught me not to hate anyone. And now you're telling me, boy, when those moments conflicted, there was so much tension in the air. And Bea Richards, as much as called Spencer Tracy an old, worn out nothing who couldn't feel his emotions anymore.
Wow.
Because, man, you get me. I better stop. I'll get to crying over that one.
Hey, I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah, I was stuck. Watch it. You may not be able to relate to it. Like going with the wind for me. I was asleep, I think, about 13 minutes in. I was sound asleep.
Gone with the wind.
I was sound asleep.
Oh, wow.
But luckily, I had my thing. I could rewind it. I didn't go to the movie.
Oh, you didn't go to the movie?
No, I didn't go to the
In my
movie.
day, we went to the movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was just talking with my fiance about this. I used to love going to the movies, but now I feel like it's not the same, you know? what I
Oh,
mean?
it does. Yeah, it's not. You know, I mean, I hate to bring up a sore subject, but you go in there, you're half scared somebody's going to start shooting.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to go in there. It's
Yeah,
just stupid.
You're not going to see a story. You're just going to see a bunch of special effects.
Yeah.
You can
people
see
saying
it on
that.
You're gonna have a
TV
seizure
next
with
week.
all the lighting and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So much editing. Yeah, movies aren't the same, man. It's a shame to see where it's gone. I think people are just into the superhero stuff right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's sort of like one person does something and you make a lot of money at it. Everybody just jumps on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's that way in sports. It's that way in everything. And why can't we be individuals?
Yeah, there's no personality anymore in the movies. You could
Yeah.
predict almost any movie these days.
Yeah, the plot lines are from years back that, been done better back then. And remaking the same movie, and it's still not as good as the original.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anytime
yeah,
they remake it, yeah, it's never as good.
They're doing a lot of that too, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of television shows turning to movies. A lot of movies turning to television
Television,
shows. Yeah.
When the TV was invented, was that a big moment for you guys?
Yeah.
It,
I'm older than they are, so I went for
first time you admitted that.
the first 8. We got a TV when I was 8, and we were the first ones on the block to have a television.
Wow.
So it was very exciting, but they only had 2 shows.
What were they?
Howdy Doody
Oh, God.
and what's his name, Sullivan?
Ed Sullivan?
Ed Sullivan?
Yeah.
Those were the only two?
Well, the others, I don't know what they were, but you'd get a test pattern on
Yeah,
the TV
yeah.
for most of the day, and it's just when something like Howdy Doody came out.
Well, yeah, you couldn't play it all day long. No.
No,
Wow. Now it's all day, like
Yeah.
100
Oh,
channels.
no, that's why I
too
don't
much.
get
And
cable.
Yeah, I don't have
I
it.
think that's what the part of the problem today with all the violence, that the news takes it and makes a big deal and spreads the word, and then somebody copies the same crime someplace else.
True.
And it's not like the news is at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and 8 o'clock in the morning. It's all day long on multiple channels, and you can't escape it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the news puts you in a really negative mindset, right? I used to watch it growing
Oh
up.
yeah. The only news is bad news
Yeah.
that they put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so much with so many channels now, it's more about quantity than quality.
Right.
Very few really good shows. The ones that were great, I say we're back in our time too. We had 3 channels, which is ABC, NBC, and CBS.
Well, we
Oh,
probably
really?
did too.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah,
was
you probably had the
yeah,
same
we
thing.
Ed Sullivan, Howdy
Was your
Doody.
screen round?
Yes.
As
My
we-
screen was round.
Yeah, we had one like in a big cabinet box. The first
But-
one.
yeah, but it's-
Then we went nuts. A color TV. Oh, Mom and Dad, great! And it was still square, but it was a small one.
Wow.
I watched
Oh,
color
God.
TV, but like
I was
said-
spoiled. I had a flat screen colored.
Oh wow!
That was my first one.
The
Oh,
first
really?
one
A
was
flat
Yeah.
screen?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We went
Well-
without a color TV for years. 'cause
Dang.
We didn't have any money.
Wow. So they were
Whoa.
way more expensive, the colored ones?
Well, at first there were no colored
Okay.
ones.
Yeah.
But by the time the colored ones came out, we were just getting married, and my husband and I had no money, so we didn't get a color TV.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, first, back to your original question, the first one I saw was through the Western Auto store. This was what, the Best Buy of yesteryear?
Yeah.
And I'm standing outside in Alabama because the black kids couldn't go in the store unless you were going to give the man some money and get something and go out.
Wow.
Couldn't go in.
That's crazy.
And look around and stuff like that? No way. So I was watching it through the window of the store, and the Cisco Kid,
Oh, they
yeah. And Pancho. I'm looking at him like he's
He's gonna remember it.
it was a cowboy movie.
Okay.
Who's a
Yeah.
cowboy?
It was a weekly kind
Yeah.
of thing. It
Oh,
was
like a
on
show?
every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh boy. So that was my first introduction to television. And
That's
I would
crazy.
sneak back there on Saturday and try to watch, and the guy would see you, but he'd run you off, go. He just wave.
Damn.
And you scattered. Like today, I think that was even better than today. You can almost shoot in the middle of a bunch of guys and they won't move today. Back then, the guy just waved his arm and we were gone.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they had more respect for the law too.
Yeah.
Policeman comes out, go, okay, go, get away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much respect these days
No,
for the law.
not at all.
Oh, man.
Must be scary being a police officer these days.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
I-
Some of these people you want to club them,
Yeah.
but you can't touch them.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot's changed with you guys growing up. Not, before you could get in fights in
Yeah.
school, and now you can't.
Yeah. Oh, now, yeah, fights. Who did it? But it was like, more respect for the police, and they weren't going. Even the police weren't going around shooting people.
Mm.
And it was a safer neighborhood. And it was the important thing to me was how you were brought up.
Right.
And again, I say go back to the way we were brought up,
The family unit.
family-wise.
Yeah.
You respect people. But nowadays, I think the parents just don't care.
Mm.
I
You know,
don't think that's true.
Well, maybe don't care, but aren't as
What do you think is true?
strong as us.
I
Aren't as,
don't think the parents just don't care.
Okay.
I think the parents are just as involved and devoted. It depends what kind of family you come from.
Okay, that's what I mean. If how you were brought up. The way we were brought up, and
Oh,
our kids, but
so you said, they're too involved in other things, like trying to make a living.
yeah, to make a
Yeah.
living. Single
Yeah.
moms with kids, and
Well, they
it's
should
hard.
never. Right. I know it sounds dumb to say they should never have
Have had-
gotten married,
Right.
or they should never have had
Had kids,
children
exactly.
without getting married. And that, I think, is a big problem, to grow up in a one-parent home.
Right.
It makes a huge difference.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it happened to me. My parents got divorced when I was 10,
Ooh.
and I was an only child, but my grandparents, had tens of siblings. It was common back then. And I saw the household environment they grew up in.
So you had a part of that, but
Yeah.
there's so many kids, I think, today that don't.
No, the divorce rate is over 50% now, I believe.
Yeah.
So a lot of single parents.
Yeah, if I could, I don't know if anybody's listening that needs this. I was a runaway at 12. And the things that happened to me as a child, it goes all the way back to that, son, you're not supposed to do to people as they do to you. Because I got through a lot of stuff. I processed it, and I went through some of the little drug phases, alcohol phases, and I kept looking for the brighter side of all of it. And I'll never forget, I was down in Oxnard, California, just got back from Vietnam, and the sun was rising. And it was there that I was able to forgive my mother for committing adultery.
Wow.
Because her husband was not my father, and that's why I was a runaway, because when I started to look like my biological father, he started to beat me. He would never beat me badly, but he slapped me around unnecessarily. I'll put it that way. And so, but I wound up loving him and understanding. At an early age, I was still a teenager when I understood that, wow, what's the man supposed to do? He leaves home to go fight for the country. Country don't love him. Country, he's to the country, he's just another black or whatever you want to call him. And he's in this, and then he comes back. He leaves with one kid, he comes back with 3. And I could identify with that as a teen.
Wow.
I was going, wow, I can understand why he hurts.
That is so traumatic, man. I'm sorry you went through that. That's crazy.
Yeah, but not. I don't want the empathy for me. I want people to see that no matter what you're going through, if you keep working at it, you can get to the other side of it, and you don't have to turn out bad. You can turn out good.
And
Love that.
He has a wonderful outlook on life. He's
Yeah.
very up, and he's very accomplished, and I give him a lot of credit.
Absolutely.
She loves to do that.
I could see that, man.
No, but that's the truth.
So do you, though. I love your outlook, too, and you.
Yeah,
You guys are all really positive.
Again, I think the way we were brought up, my dad pushed, well, Mom too, honesty and integrity, and which I learned. He didn't slap around so much, but I went to buy some. I wanted to get Mom and Dad a little gift. They liked Jordan almonds. Go to the store. She gave me some money for bread. Didn't have enough for the almonds, so what we call the 5-finger discount, where you take it and put it in your jacket.
Yeah.
And I go up to the counter and I say, "Oh, football cards. Okay, let me
Yeah.
get out." As soon as I walk out the door, and that's how the times were in the 50s, he said, "Oh, did you pay for those almonds?" "No, sir." Go back in, paid for them. Go, now you go home and you tell your parents what you did. And stupid, go home and tell them what I did. And my father said, "Yeah, you're grounded for a week." I said, "But I told you." He goes, "Yeah, if you didn't tell me, it'd have been a month." And you just don't do that. It was like, that's why I have the honesty and integrity that I have today. One of the good things they left me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so I'm glad I was, at the time I might not have liked, I kept my football cards.
Yeah.
At the time I might not have liked that happening, but I mean, other kids, even my neighbor, we played Cowboys and Indians,
Right.
and you made your own little arrows and bow and arrows, and the bicycle was the horse. And we shot spokes, my best friend and my sister into their spokes, head first. My sister comes in with a big lump. My father said, "You do that, break, again, you're in for a week." Kid next door, he's right back out.
Wow.
So I was jealous, but again, I'm glad I brought it the way we were.
Discipline, right?
Discipline, yes,
Yeah.
discipline. Not spank. He didn't have to spank me. All he had
Okay.
to do was say, "I'm disappointed."
Yeah.
That was like a gut
That
punch.
was worse
like,
than a
that's
spank.
It. Yeah, that was like,
How did that kid turn out?
he became an eye doctor, but
Wow.
I've never seen him. He did okay, but it's like, no, I turned out okay. But yeah, no, that was tough. And ever since then, it's like, don't disappoint him.
Yeah.
Am I doing the right thing? Keep in mind, am I being honest and stuff?
They don't do that anymore. Now they take away your phone for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, take away your
yeah.
computer. Oh, that's the other thing.
Does
Phones
that
and
do anything?
computers.
Nah, I mean, I don't have kids yet, but just it's a different generation. Just now all these kids are on their phone. They live
Yeah.
on their phone. So
No, did you then?
did I live on my phone?
Yeah,
No, I
you-
didn't have a phone till high school.
What was the punishment when you would come to?
When I got grounded, just go to my room and they'll lock me in there.
Did it work?
I don't know.
Did you have your phone in your room?
No.
No, okay.
I don't know if it worked, honestly, because solitary confinement, I mean, you could go crazy, man.
Yeah, no, that's-
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's-
It can make it worse, depending on your mindset. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it works on everyone. You see people in prison that go
Yeah.
to solitary
God.
and
Maybe that's
Oh,
why
yeah, they
you
come
think you're an introvert.
I
Yeah.
could be. So my dad was bipolar, so I think I'm an introvert because if I said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing, I would get yelled at. So
Oh.
as a kid, I was very shy because I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
I was shy as a kid only because I also stuttered a lot.
You had to
They
stutter.
made fun of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I would.
You
The mouth went
stutter
before the
too?
brain.
I didn't.
Oh.
But I was shy, and I honestly barely spoke growing up in school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he would hit you if you
Never
said-
physical. So that's what I thank him for because he was physically abused. So he grew up on a farm in Pennsylvania. His dad beat the out of him every day.
Oh,
Like he never laid a hand on me, but he was just so damaged from it that it caused bipolar. All
It
this
can
stuff.
damage you. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to convey before. It can damage you.
Yeah.
You got to be strong.
yeah.
You got to be strong.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I used to have to go to the store for my family because the three, it was four of us at the time, and the other three were girls. And when they'd go to the store, this guy would try to pick them up in his car, you know. And so my mother started sending me to the store. And I used to go to the store, and they would, I had to ask for the female things and all of that,
Yeah.
and they would razz me in the store about what I was going to do with it and all that. and then they'd go, the part that really hurt, I'd cry every time until this one day. They would call me over, come here, boy, and they'd rub my head because they were playing distances on the Coke bottles underneath. And so they'd rub my head. And one of them said, Homer, what the hell are we doing this for?
Wow.
And he said, well, don't you know it's good luck to rub a hair? And so,
Jeez.
and I'm crying, by this time, and they all rubbing my head. And then couldn't but one win. And it was like about 10 of them. And the other 9 would kick me almost out. Get out of here. You ain't bad
Wow.
luck. Nick. And I'd go, and on my way home, this one last day, I stopped by the side of the road and I sat down. I was crying. And all of a sudden, it just lit up like it was daylight. And I just felt like, oh, you're the better for having gone through that, dude. I just felt good. That was just one of the strengthening moments in my life
Wow.
that made everything work for me.
Powerful.
You just, just couldn't. I just couldn't be. I'm not going that route, and I'm not going to hate you, and I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to hate you. I'm going to love you.
Wow.
Well, love's a strong word.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, these days they just bully you online. They don't even do it to your face anymore. They do it on social media.
Yeah.
What is
Kids
that?
kids got to get out. It's been seriously too much time. I mean, it's not good supposedly to look at a computer anyways for the brain, and they spending all this. Get a life. I don't mean like we did, go out, maybe play outside, but do exercises, do something.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, they're going to be brainiacs. They're going to know how to do all the computer stuff, but what are you going to do for a living?
Yeah.
Live
for
a
real.
life. Live a
I
life.
think a
Don't.
lot of these kids are accomplished. Though.
Oh yeah, because they
and
do
they're
know
doing
that.
a lot of. Look at you. You're 27
Yeah.
years
There's
old.
a good side to it.
And
But you're seeing all the good, the good
yeah.
products.
I am saying the good thing
Yeah.
because people say kids today aren't going to do this, they're not going to do that. Most of them do that and do accomplish things.
I
They're-
think that's one thing that followed each generation, isn't it? Because they had me in jail at 22. Said I'd go to jail.
Wow.
So what does that mean?
I'm trying to say the same thing you're saying.
He said, yeah.
I'm trying to say the same thing you're saying, but sometimes I complicate it the way I say it. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You said they say kids ain't going to do this, ain't
No,
going to
they
do
I
are
did- no,
doing
I
it,
did.
though.
They are- yeah, they are.
They're
No, they are.
accomplished.
Yeah.
There's a fine line.
They want
Yeah.
to. They want to be successful. They
Yeah.
want to make money
Yeah.
too.
They want it fast though, so the
Yeah.
average attention span is 3 seconds now.
Yeah, that's why
3
TikToks are
seconds.
so.
Yeah, that's why TikTok's killing it and you guys are blowing up because
First 3 seconds are great, but you're right. Yeah, a lot of you don't hear about them though. You hear about the kids who are out shooting.
yeah, the people you're working with and collabing with are my age are doing well, but all the
very
people
well.
watching it, you know what I mean?
I'm super impressed that people can do that and get on social media, know about the regular. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and you guys probably thought you would have never got on social media, right?
Right? No, I
didn't
we
even know what it
auditioned.
was.
Neither did I.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
funny.
When they said TikTok, I said, "What's that?"
Yeah,
Oh
same.
my god.
Yeah, really.
It's like,
funny.
yeah, you're going to do a TikTok show. I just care the fact that, the character I'm playing is going to be an ex star.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a comedy. Okay, I love comedy, make people laugh. That's
Right.
what I love about our comments. I was having a bad day, you made me laugh. Thank you.
Laughter is
Yeah.
medicine, right?
Oh, yeah, that is the best medicine.
It
and I still
is.
don't, I'm not on TikTok. It's like, I'm not on TikTok physically. I'm in a show that's on TikTok.
Okay.
And I'm still blown away by numbers. 5.6 million followers
Followers.
there.
And your
a
views are
million
even-
point five on Instagram and on Facebook, and it's
Yeah, the
numbers-
views
Views
are
are
crazy.
Hundreds of
getting
millions.
recognized.
yeah.
Last night at Cirque du Soleil, they recognized these two.
Wow.
Well, they really
Recognized
recognized
him.
Jerry.
Yeah.
And then she turned to me and she said, right? And after she said, your retirement house, right? And
Yeah.
then she looked at me secondly.
Wow.
She was really interested in Jerry.
Yeah, we had the
And then-
rest of us that come in. We're on it too. I'm.
It's so funny because you guys were all actors, right? And now you're getting retired
Yeah.
for this.
No, this one's no. She's just a natural.
Okay.
I learned at the audition. She's not an actor, but when you see her, it's just her being her, and she's great.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's like, darn, she's not an actress, and she's doing better than some actresses. But we won't go.
Love that. Did you-
Yeah, it's amazing the numbers, and keep getting bigger. We got recognized twice in New York
Wow.
at the Empire State Building,
Oh, right.
and somewhere else because we had
In
worked
our
with,
hotel.
in the hotel. Kai,
Kai Cenat, I saw that.
yeah, people
Oh,
saw
did
that. Oh,
you?
you were on
Yeah.
Kai show. Okay, yeah, he knows us.
He's the most viral live streamer in the world right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Crazy.
say he just did. What did he just
You
do?
remember
Hey,
him.
Nike. He just signed a
Yeah,
contract with
that's
Nike.
it.
Yeah, he's signing an
Yes.
8 or 9 figure deal right now.
No,
Yeah, with Nike.
Yeah.
Nike,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
No,
yeah.
but you remember.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just was trying to remember the deal he made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every once in a while we'll go out and get recognized, and it feels nice. Yeah,
It's
you're on that
crazy.
show.
Yeah, kids my age in their 20s are making millions. I feel like with your generation, that wasn't possible, right?
No,
No.
I sure wish they would make it possible before I go, though.
No, it's fun to do. The people are wonderful. And the other people coming in, it's like a family. So it's not work.
Nice.
It's just fun, and I've kind of like I was a virgin, never been to New York
Wow.
City. Wanted to go, and one of my bucket lists was Broadway. My friend goes, "Hey, you got to see a show on Broadway," and we get to see a show. Sweeney Todd. That was like, wow. And now the Vegas Strip.
Yeah, everyone should experience Vegas in New York City, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're talking about other cities. We're going back to New York City.
love it.
Good Morning America wants
Oh,
us.
let's go.
So it's like we did.
April 5th.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do local shows. We just did last night's Inside Edition we were on.
Nice.
So it's like, wow, we are really doing well.
Love it, man. Where were you guys at mentally before retirement house? Were you in a good place?
Good place. Not my acting career. Had a day job. Was happy. Always had a regular family and loved ones. Putting myself out there to work. But this came along again. Fun shoot. Okay, we were only supposed to be 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
within 1 week, 1 million followers and
Rest is
and
history.
the rest is history. But no, I was in a good place, but this is a better place.
Nice. So you were
Doing-
still working.
I'm keep. My friend goes, "You don't need the day job. You get all this money in this," and I keep it for like, well, if my car needs some repairs, some extra money to have, and give me something to do. But yeah, if we start shooting 2 or 3 days a week, then goodbye. The job is
See ya,
gone.
9 to 5.
It'll be just this, and hopefully book things because they're very good with us. If we have to book something, and I'm like I say with integrity, if I commit to them, I can commit to this week. Oh, I got an audition for you. I can't take the audition because I'm going with my family, this retirement
Nice.
house.
Love that. What about you guys?
My husband had passed away, and I was very involved in community events after that, and building new things in our little city that I lived in. And I was happy,
Nice.
but I'm usually
Happy yes.
Wow.
So, and then I heard about this, and I was led to it.
Wow. That's the universe telling you you're on the right path, right? I believe in that.
Well, for me, I've never thought about it this way, but maybe I was saying, I got to do this before I make my transition. But I went on a bucket list of countries. I I started in Saudi Arabia. I went to Nice, France, and then back to Frankfurt, and then I went to Seoul, and then I went to the Philippines, and then I went to Japan, then I went to Vietnam,
Wow.
then I went to Singapore, and almost got locked down over there during the pandemic. It just started up,
Yeah.
couldn't get a flight out.
Oh man.
Because in Singapore, see, my last stop on that bucket list was going to be Peking. How do you say it? Peking?
Peking.
Oh, yeah.
Peking. Yeah, the capital of China, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was going. And so I was going to get my ticket back to America there. And so I was just going on these little in-country flights to these different countries. And man, the people from Singapore, they in whispered tones, they were talking about the pandemic. And all of a sudden, what was it, 10 or 11 days later before I could get a flight. And on the 12th day, I think they shut Singapore down.
Oh, you couldn't
Wow.
get out?
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to get out. And my hotel was right behind the prison.
Oh,
Oh
That's
gosh.
it was crazy. But anyway, but I was in a good frame of mind because I was, getting things done.
yeah.
Nice. Traveling the world. That's important, right? Traveling is really enlightening. You learn a lot.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I guess to conclude that is to say, I guess now that I got this, I have something to live for.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, that's important. They've done studies on retirement. And when you retire from work, your brain health, they're doing mapping.
Yeah.
And they say you age super fast because you no longer have that purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
What's his name? Who
that's
he put the
right.
helmet on us?
Oh, yeah.
Our brain. It's funny.
Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, I love them.
I'm the youngest in the group, but I had the oldest brain.
Really?
At 56. Galen coming in.
She
was
she's
first.
The oldest
She was
one.
first.
Oldest, and she's
Oh,
got
wow.
the youngest
The
brain.
youngest
I wonder what
brain.
caused yours to be older.
I think it's my fault from stress.
Stress.
Stressing myself. It's not so much taking it on people. I take it on myself over stupid things. Oh, you dropped and broke it. You
You had
cuss
anger.
myself, anger at myself. Then I sit back. Why? What's wrong? And
Yeah.
it's self-stress.
Stress is a killer, man.
That's what aged me was the stress, especially upon myself.
I had some stressful moments when I was 21. I had a gray hair at 21.
Whoa, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So then I was dealing with my first lawsuit at the time. So then I was like, wow, I have to take a step back. This is not normal. I literally had multiple gray hairs at 21 years old.
Someone was suing you.
Someone was suing me. I thought the world was ending.
And they stopped when you stepped back.
Stopped when I stepped back, settled the lawsuit, started doing more stuff in nature, just getting outside. Because I was so focused on making money, and my whole narratives on that has changed actually. But at the time, it was all about money. So when I thought I was losing it all, I thought the world was ending. Yeah, but life's more than just money.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, too much. Yeah, definitely. Be too much pressure on yourself.
You were into crypto, right?
Yeah. Yeah, had some tough losses there.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency, so volatile, you know?
My daughter's a senior vice president in wealth management at a huge firm,
Wow.
and that's something she never let anyone in the family get near.
I
was
don't blame her.
Yeah.
Goes up 80% in a day and down 90% the next day. It's nuts.
It's crazy.
Whole nother world. Guys, any closing messages for the audience? It's been a really fun episode.
Live your life one day at a time and enjoy it.
Mm,
Do what you want to do.
love it.
I would say to you and to them, don't act your age.
Mm.
Don't act your age.
Don't act your age.
And then we come to.
You're just going to leave it like that. I don't know if I don't know.
You can see how much fun we have.
From there, they can go. They can do a lot.
Some
Or
broad
do-
advice.
They can sit back and wait a little while, and then don't act their age.
It's just a number.
Exactly.
Right, absolutely.
Well, I guess to paraphrase scripture, hold on to your dreams. To paraphrase or to quote, I think Jesse Jackson, he paraphrased the scripture also. To hold on to that dream. I had mine, And I was cheated out of it because they laughed at me. My peer group, they laughed at me, made fun of me, and I cried, and I just didn't hold on to my dream and pursue it with passion. But it came back around after Vietnam, and you know, I'm pursuing it at a later age. Hold on to it, pursue it. Don't let nobody deter you. Just stay on track and keep that dream in focus and go for it.
Love that.
Yeah, no matter what your age.
Yeah, I love that.
And always keep laughing.
Yeah, laughter's important.
Keeps a smile on your face and
Yeah.
less stress when you won't have all the great.
Guys, it's been fun. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, see you tomorrow.